What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some brand new information in regard to Pokemon Sword and Shield Crown Tundra's Dynamax Adventures. It's no question that the Dynamax Adventures and endless Dynamax Adventures are going to be a very large part of your experience from Pokemon Sword and Shield's Crown Tundra. Now, we don't have a lot of information. We have some information from the website, but there was a brand new article just released today from VG247 who has a lot of new information about Dynamax Adventures, and we're going to be taking a look at that today. So the first thing I want to do is take a quick recap at the website information that they gave in regard to Dynamax Adventures. Basically, you're going to be teaming up with 3 other people, either real-life people over Wi-Fi or local internet, or also NPCs to supplement any, members of the 4 who may be missing. And instead of your regular Pokemon team, you and your fellow trainers are going to choose rental Pokemon to bring alongside into the depths of the den. If you encounter a wild Dynamax Pokemon during your exploration, you have to defeat it. If you win the battle, you have a chance to catch the Pokemon, and one of the 4 trainers can then swap the newly caught Pokemon for a member of their team. And one trainer on the team of 4 can swap the newly caught Pokemon in for the Pokemon that they had before. But if you lose a battle, you'll be ejected from the den. Be prepared because you're going to be facing legendary Pokemon said to lurk in the depths, and there's also endless Dynamax Adventures that lets you keep going until you lose a battle. And then there were a few screenshots here as far as entering, a picture of the actual selection page of the Pokemon, you catching a Clefairy, and then this image, which was kind of important, that showed us that your PP, your HP, status, everything carries over from the previous battles, and that you're not going to be healing after every Dynamax adventure. Here we got to see a few NPCs and a little batch of berries, and a preview of what the actual Pokemon look like on the different paths. And then immediately after that, it says legendary Pokemon are going to be back. And before we go over the VG247 article, there was a little bit of information that came out. In a Japanese variety show a few days ago, they revealed some further details and clarifications about Dynamax Adventures. One of the most important things is that the legendary Pokemon fought in Dynamax Adventures in the Crown Tundra have a 100% capture chance. That means that you can use rare balls like a Sport Ball or a Beast Ball or whatever you want. And it also says you can only get each legendary Pokemon once in Dynamax Adventures in the Crown Tundra. Now that means that if you're hosting for other people, we don't know if you're going to be able to turn the game off and turn it back on and then host for people again, but once someone catches that legendary Pokemon, that's it. They're not going to be able to catch it again. So if I catch it in my game and I join you and then you find that same legendary Pokemon, I'm not going to have the opportunity to catch it. Assumingly, it's going to be like when we fought Mewtwo and Shiny Zeraora in those promoted battles and they were uncatchable. It's just going to flee from the den. But now we have more... Oh, this website is not formatted for zooming in. Great. Now we have some pretty good information that I do want to take a look at here. Dynamax Adventures explained, clearing Pokemon dens to catch legendary creatures. While you catch some new and returning legendary Pokemon in the core story segments of the Crown Tundra, probably talking about the birds and the Reggies, to get access to a range of classics you'll need to take to Dynamax Adventures. Pokemon fans might understand this feature if I simply say it in many ways as acting as a replacement for wormholes in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. If you're not familiar with that, in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, you got to go through wormholes and catch old legendary Pokemon. It was sort of a mini game, and then you got to catch them, and the mini game had nothing to do with Pokemon. Every player who enters in the Dynamax Adventures is going to be limited to only one Pokemon. You don't have a party. It's just you and the other friendly creature. That's it. You don't use one of your own Pokemon. When you first start a Dynamax adventure, you'll be given a choice between a number of randomly generated Pokemon to use on your own. These Pokemon will be level and ability appropriate for the challenges ahead. Your HP, PP, status effects carry over from one battle to the next. We kind of saw this already. That means that if Pokemon gets battered in a fight, you'll go on to the next at a significant disadvantage because these are Dynamax battles. The damage output can be very high, so this gets very risky. Once you defeat a Dynamax Pokemon in one of the dens, you could choose to swap the Pokemon out. We read that on the website. This exists as a counterbalance to the carrying over status between battles. Swapping is a play to get your strength back up. However, only one member of a team can take a defeated Pokemon. Pokemon. So you need to work with your teammates to decide who gets it. If you can't decide, the game will choose someone at random for those who wish to swap. If 2 people say I want it, it's going to choose randomly. Got it. The goal is to work your way through the lair. There are branching choices along the way. Which direction you go decides by player votes. You're not actively walking around in this dungeon. It's a simple board game style map where you choose which path you want to take, which in turn determines what your next Pokemon encounter is. Okay, so you're not actively walking around. You're just going to be, you know, walking from, or choosing, I want to go here, and then everyone votes, and then you go there. If you're lucky, you might encounter a small random event along the way that might provide healing or other assistance. But other than that, you're on your own. On the website in the branching paths, we saw this trainer, this NPC here, who kind of looked like a nurse. And in another screenshot, we saw someone who did not look like a nurse. The deeper you go, the rarer the Pokemon to battle and catch. There should be a super rare or legendary Pokemon at the end. At the end of a Dynamax Adventure demo we saw, Generation 4 Psychic type Uxie was waiting to take on players in a final Dynamax battle at the end. Your reward is simple. At the end of the adventure, you can take home your current Pokemon. Okay, that could be for one of the ones you picked along the way, or it could be that you swap for the legendary Pokemon at the end and take your reward home. Okay, so should be noted here that when you complete a Dynamax adventure, the Pokemon that you're currently battling with, you're going to be able to choose that Pokemon or the legendary Pokemon at the end of the pathway here, right? And if you already caught the legendary, that's not going to be an option. So whatever Pokemon you went and ended up at the end of the Dynamax adventure with, that's the Pokemon that you're going to keep. There are no Pokemon in reserve. You can't swap it out at the very end. It's just that one Pokemon, you're taking it home. That was gross. And that means that you can't use this feature to farm legendary Pokemon. Sad face. You'll also get rare item rewards, like the new ability patch item, which lets you go from a regular ability to the hidden ability. That's pretty dope. So even if you can't catch these legendary Pokemon, after you already caught it once, you are going to be able to farm ability patches. That means that, wait, are you going to be able to use ability patches on legendary Pokemon and access their hidden abilities? Yeah, like Mewtwo, if you have pressure, you can make it unnerve, which arguably is a little bit better. And then some Pokemon only have one ability, like Keldeo is justified. That's it. As for the available legendary Pokemon, representatives of the Pokemon Company tell us that more or less every past legendary is available through the Dynamax Adventures, but as with raids, there will be version exclusives to Sword and Shield depending on which game you have. You'll need to partner up with hosts of players in the opposite game in order to catch them all. That's actually really dope if you think about it. Like, you don't have to trade for it at all. If I'm playing Sword and you're playing Shield and Sword gets access to, for example, Groudon and Shield gets access to Kyogre, you can join me and catch a Groudon even though I already caught one. I can join you and catch a Kyogre. It's a question if there's any prerequisite of that in order to encounter Rayquaza. Who knows? In Ultra Sun and Moon, you had to have both a Groudon and a Kyogre on your team in order to encounter a Rayquaza, so don't know what's going on with that. And then also, it doesn't at this time sound like there's a way to choose which legendary Pokemon you're going to be going after. I guess it's just going to be, you just go in, or maybe after this, do you want to embark? It's going to be like, oh, do you want to choose, you know, random? Or what if they did like themes? Like the Kanto dungeons, and then you're gonna find the birds and Mewtwo, and then you're gonna go into like the Hoenn dungeons, the Unova dungeons. That would actually make a lot of sense and help narrow that down quite a bit. But yeah, guys, honestly, I'm excited for this, and this is the bulk of Crown Tundra. You have the Regis, you have the new Regis, you have the legendary birds, you have Calyrex, and possibly unreleased Pokemon, keeping it spoiler free. But yeah, you're going to be doing Dynamax Adventures. That's what you're going to be doing. Well, great. I'm personally excited for Dynamax Adventures. I kind of want to do the endless, maybe stream it, see if I could get to like some ridiculous number, like 1,000 wins. Anyways, guys, I want to know what you think about Dynamax Adventures. We're less than 48 hours away from the release of the Crown Tundra, and honestly, it's getting harder to sleep because I wake up in the morning, I'm like, is today the day? Look at the clock. It's not. All right, guys, I'm wrapping this up. Thank you so much for checking out. Be sure to hit the like button, smash the like button, obliterate the like button to the point that you damage your mobile device. Until next time, Austin John out.